A change in frequency by a factor of is equivalent to 1 octave. A2, B10, C5, D20. The correct answer is 2. What is the ratio of the capacitive reactance XCs to the input resistance Ri of the input RC circuit of a single-stage BJT amplifier at the low frequency cutoff? A 0.25, B 0.50, C 0.75, D 1.0. The correct answer is 1.0. For which of the following frequency regions can the coupling and bypass capacitors no longer be replaced by the short circuit approximation? A. Low frequency, B. Mid frequency, C. High frequency, D. All of the above. The correct answer is low frequency. Determine the lower cutoff frequency of this network. A. 15.8 Hz, B. 46.13 Hz, C. 238.73 Hz, D. 1575.8 Hz. The correct answer is 238.73 Hz. The smaller capacitive elements of the design will determine the cutoff frequencies. A. Low, B. Mid, C. High, D. The correct answer is high. What is the range of the capacitor CDS? A. 0.01 to 0.1 pF, B. 0.1 to 1 pF, C. 0.1 to 1 NF, D. 0.1 to 1 floor. The correct answer is 0.1 to 1 pF. An amplifier rated at 30 watts output is connected to a 5-speaker. Calculate the input voltage for the rated output if the amplifier voltage gain is 20 dB. A. 1.225 mV, B. 12.25 mV, C. 122.5 mV, D. 1.225 V. The correct answer is 1.225 V. An amplifier rated at 30 watts output is connected to a 5-speaker. Calculate the input power required for full power output if the power gain is 20 dB. A. 3 MW, B. 30 MW, C. 300 MW, D. 3 watts. The correct answer is 300 MW. The larger capacitive elements of the design will determine the cutoff frequency. A. Low, B. Mid, C. High, D. The correct answer is low. Which of the following elements are important in determining the gain of the system in the high frequency region? A. Interelectrode capacitance, B. Wiring capacitance, C. Miller effect capacitance, D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The input power to a device is 10,000 W at 1000 V. The output power is 500 watts and the output impedance is 100. Find the voltage gain in decibels. A. 30.01 dB, B. 20.0 dB, C. 13.01 dB, D. 3.01 dB. The correct answer is 13.01 dB. By what factor does an audio level change if the power level changes from 4 watts to 4096 watts? A2, B4, C6, D8. The correct answer is 6. For audio systems, the reference level is generally accepted as A. 1 megawatt, B. 1 watt, C. 10 megawatt, D. 100 megawatt. The correct answer is 1 megawatt. What is the range of the capacitors CGS and CGD? A. 1 to 10 pF, B. 1 to 10 NF, C. 1 to 10 floor, D. 1 to 10 floor. The correct answer is 1 to 10 pF. For the low frequency response of a BJT amplifier, the maximum gain is where A RB0, B RC0, C RE0, D. The correct answer is RE0. In the input RC circuit of a single-stage BJT, by how much does the base voltage lead the input voltage at the cutoff frequency in the low frequency region? A about 0, B 45, C about 90, D none of the above. The correct answer is 45. What is the normalized gain expressed in dB for the cutoff frequencies? A 3 dB, B 3 dB, C 6 dB, D 20 dB. The correct answer is 3 dB. Which of the low-frequency cutoffs determined by CSCC or CE will be the predominant factor in determining the low-frequency response for the complete system? A lowest, B middle, C highest, D none of the above. The correct answer is highest. Determine the break frequency for this circuit. A 15.915 Hz, B 159.15 Hz, C 31.85 Hz, D 318.5 Hz. The correct answer is 159.15 Hz. What is the ratio of the common logarithm of a number to its natural logarithm? A 0.435, B 2, C 2.3, D 3.2. The correct answer is 2.3. Which of the following configurations do not involve the Miller effect capacitance? A common emitter, B common base, C common collector, D all of the above. The correct answer is common base. What magnitude voltage gain corresponds to a decibel gain of 50? A 31.6238, B 316.228, C 3162.38, D 31623.8. The correct answer is 316.228. By what other names are the cutoff frequencies in a frequency response plot called? A corner frequency, B break frequency, C half power frequency, D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The frequency response of a transformer-coupled system is calculated primarily by the stray capacitance between the turns of the primary and secondary windings. A low, B mid, C high, D. The correct answer is high. Log E A log 10A, A 2.3, B 2.718, C E, D 1.414. The correct answer is 2.3. In the hybrid or Giacoletto model, which one of the following does RB include? A base spreading resistance, B base contact, C base bulk, D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. What is the ratio of the output voltage to the input voltage at the cutoff frequencies in a normalized frequency response plot? A 0.25, B 0.50, C 0.707, D 1. The correct answer is 0.707. Which of the following statements is true for a square wave signal? A. It is composed of both even and odd harmonics. B. It is composed only of odd harmonics. C. It is composed only of even harmonics. D. The harmonics waveforms are also square waves. The correct answer is it is composed only of odd harmonics. A change in frequency by a factor of is equivalent to 1 decade. A 2, B 10, C 5, D 20. The correct answer is 10. Which of the following capacitors are included in CI for the high frequency region of a BJT or FET amplifier? A. Input wiring capacitance. B. The transition capacitance. C. Miller capacitance. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. In the input RC circuit of a single-stage BJT, by how much does the base voltage lead the input voltage for frequencies much larger than the cutoff frequency in the low frequency region? A. About 0. B. 45. C. About 90. D. None of the above. The correct answer is about 0. In the frequency region, the capacitive elements of importance are the interelectrode between terminals, capacitances internal to the active device, and the wiring capacitance between the leads of the network. A. Low. B. Mid. C. High. D. The correct answer is high. What is the ratio of the output power to the input power at the cutoff frequencies in a normalized frequency response plot? A. 0.25. B. 0.50. C. 0.707. D. 1. The correct answer is 0.50.